welcome to the Learn From Us podcast. As always, thank you for joining us wherever you're watching us, YouTube. What other places are we on, Tim? YouTube?
Please subscribe because we want to get our algorithm going higher and higher.
We want more money. We want to make more money in the world. It's a very simple process.
What's the advertising dollars paid out to a substantial subscriber list?
We'll let you know when we cross 70 subscribers. But at 67, it's zero. We're making $0 at this, and we've been at it a long time.
Don't believe Seth.
But I brought up Joe Rogan prior to this, and apparently he gets Tim. He gets like 90 million downloads an episode.
I don't believe that.
Maybe I missed that wrong, but he's at 1,000 episodes, and he's 49 years old. So we have some time.
Oh, I'm not. Listen. We're getting.
When did he start though? Did he start at 47?
We're getting three figures here, but still.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, he does.
Do you see the importance?
09. I think he started at 09.
09. Okay.
I think he started in 09.
So it's been 10 years.
He's been doing 10 years.
I think so.
So 100 a year, 2 a day.
That's 2 a week.
I would do that math again.
Go check your phone.
Hold on. Oh. It's got to be your bowl. It's got to be your bowl.
So Lisa and I were watching Groundhog Day. Remember I sent the video in the group chat?
Yeah.
She'd seen this movie before. I'd watched it with her a long time ago, her and her family. And literally she's like, but why is the music playing again? It's the same music. But they're saying the exact same thing. I'm like, Lisa, that's the purpose of that's the plot behind this movie. She was like, oh, like she didn't get the whole movie was about repeating the whole day over and over.
Must have really sucked the first time she watched it.
I was like, where were you the first time? She's like, have I seen this movie? I'm like,
yes. She got up to make popcorn and use the restroom, come back. She's like, oh, I didn't miss anything.
No, she probably just fell asleep the entire time. That's what she does. But I was like, it was so funny because we were watching this and she's just like, oh, wait, put your little hand. I'm like, oh, this is exactly.
I think it's one of the most astounding movies of all time. Like it's really a love story. Most people would say it's a comedy. I can't convince my wife to watch it with me because it's like
she's never seen it.
Oh, it's just the fact. It just gives me such an uplifting feeling that you could do that in your life. Like,
wait a second, she's never seen it.
Does she not like rom-com? Is that where you're going?
I don't know. It's just I think she sees Bill Murray and assumes it's some slapstick '80s movie, which it kind of is, but
the '90s.
'90s, but.
What's her go-to style?
Oh God, she loves Notting Hill. Like
Notting Hill is a good movie.
That is rom-com.
I guess
so.
So.
That's rom-com.
Yeah, a little more charming though, not like farts and belching.
Hey Beth, he paid a prostitute and what's it called? What's his
Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Elizabeth Hurley. Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Not the prostitute. What was her name? I remember this one.
Wow.
I remember this one. I remember this one.
It was a sassy name. I remember.
Divine Brown. Is that the name?
Brown. Yeah.
Is that the name?
Sounds familiar.
It was Brown for sure.
Where'd you pull that from?
I just remembered it.
Anyway, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen, I do know a lot of my friends do watch Groundhog Day on February 2nd, and I try to too. It's like awesome movie.
It's a great movie.
Where are we at in this world with Deal of the Week, Andrew? Don't tell me yet. Let the music go. I paid a lot of money for this music.
Andrew brings Paul a Deal of the Week.
Can I guess where we're at?
That's there too.
How are you going to guess?
We're on top of some random mountain in the middle of the Himalayas that has no population. Based on the way
I get it
Andrew's
because the last deal we did was a bit obscure in its location.
Paul's a little sad about the last deal that we did, and he was real salty. Go back one podcast ago, and
he's going to cry.
John Dyers wrote an email. Paul, next time I ask a softball question at an investor event, I would suggest you not mention sharding. Just a thought.
I was a little shocked that the word shart came out.
Give it to us, Andrew. Where are we at?
Reynoldsburg, Ohio.
I know Reynoldsburg.
Look, we got some excitement in the crowd.
Home of the Pirates, Reynoldsburg Pirates. Anyway, I know Reynoldsburg very well. East of Columbus. A few exits.
Yeah.
Kind of rough town from what I heard.
Is it really?
I mean, I don't head out there that often.
That's a good-looking property.
Is this like the people who say Maple Heights is the hood?
This building is stunning.
It's a very nice building. I mean, it's not like new build, but still.
It's a
dated
three-story brick outside with a nice roof.
The equipment they haven't changed since 1974 either. Is that a Nordic
Look
track?
at it. You got to look at it.
Wonderful parking.
Here, look at that. Oh,
wonderful
look at
parking.
that.
Mature trees.
Mature.
It looks beautiful. And again, Andrew, I'm hesitant because this brochure is very nice.
It's just because the printer we have in our office just has awesome color on it.
Our printer's slow.
How many units is it? 100?
288, so it's close.
Oh, Jesus. Who's going to buy this? Someone with a shit ton of money.
Is this an Ed Joseph deal?
I mean, I don't throw names around.
Is it Ed?
Unit.
Yeah.
280
I was going to say, I could just tell
unit.
from the papers.
Garden style.
Can I make a
apartment.
comment about who's selling this property?
Go ahead.
It is the most wonderful broker in the world. The only wonderful broker in the world. This man is awesome. I invited him up to Cleveland to come to a sporting event with me, and he literally goes, no. he literally was like, I don't want to come up for a baseball game.
Well, I think he said, he goes, do you want to come up for an Indians game? And it was, at first, I don't know if you said sports game, and then you said Indians. He goes, no. Like, I thought maybe he's like, oh, Paul's got sweet tickets to the Browns or something.
I love this human being. He is the only broker who hits us exactly. He just knows what we were looking for. And I'll be like, hey, what's the deal with this deal? This isn't your deal. He's just such a wonderful person.
Wow, 288 unit garden style apartment built in 73.
And whenever I tell him I trust him, he's like, that's why I don't make a lot of money. And he's probably serious. He's probably right about that. Like literally all these other brokers are making $1 million a year. And he does well, but he doesn't make that kind of money because he's just like an honest guy.
Well, not to give away his numbers, but we were talking to him the other day about productions and stuff like that, which is awesome. And we're like, wow, you've actually had as far as total sales, I mean, it was an impressive number.
I was just like, whoa.
I know. And he goes, don't get too excited. I split it 76 ways.
What does he mean by that?
Oh, I just kicked. You see what I just did there?
Paul's crushing our equipment.
Paul just need his own mic and then punch himself in the face with said mic. Okay, it's on 12 acres.
No, there's people who in these giant brokerage firms that they don't sell one person selling it like a house. It could be 10 people are selling it together as a team.
I see. Okay.
He's a great human being.
Tell me about this place.
Ooh, a lot of one bedrooms, a lot.
144 one beds and 144 two bed, 1.5 bath, 1.5 bath. I don't want to confuse anyone.
Yeah, how do you get that? There's some twos with ones.
Yeah, so
there's 5 of them though.
There is a little decimal point there.
Oh,
and so I do think it was meant to be a 1.5.
Good point. Good catch.
Maintenance shop, office leasing building, renovated courtyard and picnic area, brand new playground, fitness center, 60 carports, which rent for $25 a month.
Correct. He has something on here which I thought was cool. He had like a market rent number, and then he put the actual rent number, pretty much saying, yeah, I get they're not exactly where it should be, but it's kind of close.
Yeah.
This is an enormous project that's going to go for millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then trying to flip this.
Roughly 5% of the units have been upgraded to cost of
$2,000.
Oh, above the typical unit turn cost.
$2,000 above typical.
Okay,
unit.
so what's a typical unit turn cost?
And they're getting rent premiums of $100 to $125.
Hear me out,
unit.
though. Hear me out. Why don't you go through, list the stuff they're doing for a cost of about, we'll say it's $3,000.
So they're doing cabinets, countertops.
Resurfacing the fronts only, though.
No, is that what it is?
I think they said they were doing the fronts.
Look at the.
No, I meant read it.
Resurfacing countertops, bro.
Upgrade.
Here, look at that.
Replacing cabinet fronts,
yeah.
adding new hardware, resurfacing countertops, or replacing full
Right, so they're not doing the whole cabinet, just the fronts.
Or replacing full cabinets and countertops if needed. Yeah, this look pretty good, though. All right.
So it's got that value add bit to it.
Okay. Trailing 12. What's that expenses per unit? Wow.
I know. He's got
Suck
a big
me
number.
sideways and call me Betty.
He's got a big number on there.
Holy shit. $5,200 on this number. Is this Ed being honest, Ed?
So there's some things on there that I looked at. I'm like, we can probably get a little better. I know.
God, this is why I love Ed.
Too honest?
No, not too honest. He's just honest.
Do you know the last deal we looked at was 32 units and they used a 3% management fee?
Yeah, this is 288 units. He used 5% management fee. Good for him. God damn it, I love you.
And by the way, we've never talked about this before, but this is something that really gets people excited, which could be difficult when you come into I'll call it the bidding war that will probably ensue here. This property is, ready for the hot word, an opportunity zone.
Oh, is it?
Why do they say that?
If a certain income level falls, like half the people fall, and that's the whole rough idea. You have a rough area. That means you get incentives for putting money into these deals. There's a bunch of NBA players doing it now, which tells me that it's probably not a good idea.
So they literally draw lines on a map and say, here's the zones where
auto zone.
You have to invest, and I'm not an accountant, so don't quote me on everything, but the amount of money that you put in has to exceed essentially the equity that you're buying it for. So if you're sitting there and saying, I'm going to buy this thing for $30,000, you got to put $30,000 in the property.
What's the tax basis here? Where the taxes can go up to?
I'm trying to think of a good way to not give away.
Oh, good call.
I know you're a smart guy, Paul. You can do some math. Taxes go up. How's that?
Thanks, Dick.
Just so we're about on the same page. My total expenses, because with payroll I moved some things around, $5,000, a little more than $5,500 per unit.
With capital improvements, everything.
With CapEx.
Paul tends to get tired in the afternoon when we do podcasts.
$5,600.
I'm like Gio. All right.
Taking naps.
Okay, so taking naps and taking names.
Oh, I saw that.
Why do you keep playing foot? You were like really on my foot here. Like you're loving my foot.
Oh. I'm just dry humping Paul under the, the table here. Speaking of dry humping, my son has a podcast. You like that tie-in? I have no idea how that. Isn't that a strange transition?
That's quite the segue.
Tim, how'd you like that?
My son and I started a podcast in these very seats. He's hilarious. He's very fun. We're gonna have Andrew. We should have you and your Mason on.
He would love it. Alexander Hamilton came up and everything.
He loves Hamilton.
We actually listened to the entire
soundtrack.
Hamilton thing on the way back. We drove from Georgia, 13-hour drive.
Yeah.
And we jammed through the whole thing.
It'd be really fun. We want to have dads. We want to have dads and kids, moms and kids. I think Beth's going to host a couple shows. So look up the Gio's World podcast. Sadly, we got more views than Paul's podcast. So with that in mind, please comment, like, and subscribe below this about how we're doing here.
Well, I hope you die.
I mean, obviously, real estate is a little drier category than.
I don't know. I think it's phenomenal.
Well, I know you guys love it. I'm trying to get into it too. It's amazing how well you guys are doing, and it's still considered sort of dry, like taxes and right. Real estate's tough. These numbers.
Well, they are numbers, and it's kind of boring. And I get, you do a good job of pulling it out of us, but we're constantly looking down at our phones. And
that's okay.
Would you look at that?
You guys are running Paul's got something now.
Oh boy,
I can see it in his
face.
This
is gonna be good.
Hold on a second.
I put the $100 bump in per unit, and I put in basically.
Oh well.
Let's rewind a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are we getting on rents?
Let me back something
up. What do we
here.
get currently?
Won't you back that ass up?
What are we getting on rents? What do we think we could get? What would that cost to get those rents?
I like that, Seth. Way to talk this one out.
Yeah, go ahead, Paul. What are we getting on rents?
Where's your sheet? Where is it?
It's right here. $183,000 a month if fully occupied.
Okay.
What does that mean per unit?
And what's the rent? What are you seeing as far as rent numbers?
$635 for singles?
No, for overall.
Okay, $635.
Let me ask a general question.
Is that a weighted average or an well, I guess it's pretty close to it because
it's 50-50.
50-50.
So we own some property in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going off that. We own 2-bed townhomes.
Mm-hmm.
What do we rent those for?
The ones at Timber?
Yeah, let's use that.
865
way more.
865.
Yeah.
Would you think that Reynoldsburg is better or worse than Cleveland Morse area?
Better.
You said that quickly.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, way better.
And so the only reason I bring it up, I'm putting more in the units because obviously to make it look like timber is the more than the number they gave.
Right.
I see where your numbers were going.
Quit your crying.
I could smell his number coming.
Quit your crying.
It is better. Yeah, I'm actually shocked because I had buddies staying out in that area almost 15 years ago that were paying over $700-800 a month.
Right. It was probably this same one, and it's never been rehabbed.
I'm not saying it's a bad area. It's just a little rougher. Like, look, I was a football official for 10 years, and I saw a lot of high schools, and I saw how the kids and coaches from those schools were. And it went all the way from spoiled Caucasian rich kids
Seth, not
to
negate your points here,
go on.
but I do have the reviews for this apartment complex up on my phone.
How much do you have in rehab costs, Andrew?
That's a good question. Let me pull it up real quick. $18,000 in rehab.
Whoa!
Per unit?
I mean, I'm doing roofs. I'm doing outside. I'm doing lobby. I'm doing units.
This deal ain't gonna happen.
I'm doing everything.
This deal ain't gonna happen. Then.
So you're doing
By the way,
5.
I juiced it. That's the whole point. We can play around with the numbers. I've never been in it.
You're putting $5.2 million into this place after you buy it. You and Bill Gates are in the running to buy this.
All right, let's hear the reviews.
We have someone who did say excellent, 2 thumbs up.
Oh, how many reviews are there?
Let's see, 36 reviews.
Nice. What's the star rating?
We have a couple 5s.
What's the overall rating?
Oh, 2.2.
Oh, that's rough.
2.2
that's
with
good for us. If you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Overwhelming 1 star here.
Damn, what are they doing wrong? It looks really nice.
I don't know. They say it's horrible.
Okay.
This one said, don't waste your time getting an apartment here. Go someplace else first. The walls are so thin you can hear other people screaming. And the cockroaches are in every room, and the rent can go up $500 in a month.
What?
That's what we want.
This place is disgusting and horrible. They don't care about your well-being. They just want your money, and the manager is selfish.
Tim, will you come check this camera? It's
It
beeping.
seems a little all over right there.
They can raise the rent $500 in 1
It
month.
seems aggressive.
It seems illegal.
This other girl's shaking her head here.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to sign off on the podcast because my feed's going to die here in a moment. So the remainder of the podcast will be the wide feed and the two of you.
What happened to your camera?
Long story. The big.
Didn't
Yeah,
I
sure.
pay a lot of money to
You
have
should have
that
charged
camera?
it.
He's
He should have
changing.
charged it, right?
He's changing it out right now. All right, tell me more. Okay, so where are we going with this? So don't you think?
So
Andrew,
how much rent bump are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
here,
what I'm
Andrew?
talking about. $200.
No, it's probably more than, right?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I think you can easily get that 865 number. I think you get. What did I put in here?
So maybe it is a $200 bump.
I'll tell you what. I did 865, 735. So I did more. Usually we do a $100 gap for a 1 and a 2 bedroom, right?
So the average is $830.
But all I'm saying is I can get the exact same rent I get in
No.
a worse area.
865, 735.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed
The average is 795 then,
$795.
which is not as good.
So a bump of 100
Times 278 times 12.
288.
288 times 288
times 12 times vacancy. Add in 240,000 in other income, right?
Why don't you use? I don't want to throw you off. Give me 200.
Okay. And you want 5550 in expenses.
Yep.
Oy. Andrew, I'm at 25 to 30 a door. 30 is like really high.
30,000 a door.
I like that. And if I have 30, it's a very high. Now, granted, it's that $18,000 door number.
What cap rate?
7.
8.64 million. That's a lot.
It's going to be, well, no, it's not enough. I don't think that's not going to get it done.
No, at 30. That's at 30 a door.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done.
8.6.
I mean, in terms of like somebody's going to pay more than that.
Actual retail price.
10.2.
Oh, not far off.
I don't think we're far off.
Wow.
We're a little.
Just divide by, just divide.
Hold on, I'm watching this calculus. Why don't you guys just talk about calculus?
35.5 a door.
35.5 a door.
Now, I think there's some nuances between what you were plugging away at quickly.
What did real estate calculator say?
Well, let's see.
That was a deep nose sniffle.
That was a deep nose sniffle.
Sorry for those of you in the
The
car.
best is when Andrew does the nose sniffle
did you
with
guys-
the cough.
Did you guys watch the? I think we talked about this before. The Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, the match.
Oh yeah, Phil Mickelson.
I did
He
not.
really.
I did not. And watch a golf match.
Oh, this is actually a pay-per-view. You have
Seth,
to pay
you're
extra
so
for it.
special. By the way, they gave it for free though. Remember?
I know. You ended up getting it for free because they live streamed it on the internet by accident. So everyone got their money back for the pay-per-view thing.
How many millions did they lose out on that?
I had already paid $20 or whatever it was to watch it.
These UFC fights are like $75 now.
They've had 2 fighters now die in the last week. Not UFC, but
boxers.
I
boxers.
don't really like the UFC. It's a little aggressive for me.
I love it. My wife likes it. Keep going.
no, she doesn't.
Yeah, we watch UFC. Kids like it.
That's awesome.
Why not? It's kind of like they're into wrestling.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew. What were you talking about, though? You're talking about Phil Mickelson.
No, we're talking about the RE calculator. What it said.
Yeah, so at...
I'm pretty sure he mentioned Phil Mickelson.
Oh, heavy
Sniffling.
heavy breather.
Oh, yeah, the heavy breathing.
They mic'd him up for the whole tournament. And in between hitting a ball and going to the next ball, it was...
Walking up a fucking golf course.
It was a really aggressive
It's a long
breathing
day
pattern.
walking on a golf course, Seth.
You're not carrying your own bag. It's the only sport where you don't even have to carry your own gear. Imagine lacrosse if the dude next to you was carrying your stick. Okay, go. Tell me about.
Is this where you just keep dogging on golf?
Oh, by the way, let's hear Seth's
I
time
get
on
it.
euchre.
I get
Oh,
it.
you do this, you
You
do
could-
this, it plays itself.
Hey, he can play drums, but he's not talented enough to play golf.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we move on from golf?
Yeah. Paul, you asked a question. 15% IRR.
At Flask.
Full ask.
Okay, so
So like I said, I don't think
what do we need to pay for it to get our number?
you're trying to,
What number would
based
you
on,
like?
on this area, you want to hit 20?
Yeah.
I think it's like 9.2.
I think we're pretty close then.
I don't think it's crazy.
'Cause I think your rehab cost is too high. I don't think we're doing that.
And To be fair,
doing it and doing it and doing it.
I asked a
Wow.
question. Seth answered it very quickly.
Who's that calling me?
He said, yeah, it's definitely better. We use the exact same rents that we're getting in the other area.
Yeah, you're right.
If I can get an extra $30,
Can I ask you a
that
question?
could take care of the
Did
whole
Ed
thing.
tell you about this deal, or you found it?
Second.
Damn it, Ed.
This area, I would.
But I do
say-
love him. I love the guy.
So, but what does he know that he didn't bring this to us? Because he knows we're looking.
I don't know.
This is definitely.
I don't know.
within,
Did you tell anything to him? Did you say anything to him?
No, we're just
Let's
going
call
through
Ed
it
right now.
This is definitely within striking distance of campus living. It's kind of far out
Andrew
of the city.
just tapped me on the side. That's what I
No,
want to do.
No,
Andrew says no.
Why not?
no.
What happened?
We're gonna have to have express written consent from his legal department.
Yeah.
To have him on the podcast, Paul. All right, no deal. Close deal.
I think this is the deal we're gonna go after. Andrew's texting me right now.
You serious?
Andrew's texting me something right now.
100% going after it.
Really?
This one's doable.
Perfect.
Wow.
Let's go after it.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Wow, this is a rare win for Deal of the Week. I love it. Listen to the crowd in the background. Listen to the again. We
And this is a big deal.
So LOI wise, I mean, Seth, you were with us. We did a LOI. I threw that out real quick. Letter of intent.
okay.
You were with us when we sat and did one of these in the airport.
Yes.
And you were mesmerized by this.
Guadalajara. Oh, don't you guys have some investment committee?
The
Andrew, are you in favor of this? Yes. Okay, so am I. We're
I
done.
was like, all right, just tell him
That's
12.
what it is.
Just tell him 12-2 cash. And if he says no, go fuck himself in the airport. I was like, don't you guys need to talk to somebody about this deal? Isn't there a board?
I go, hey Andrew, are you okay with this? Yes. All right, we're done here. That's the board.
You didn't have to tell Mikey?
No, Mikey trusts us.
Wow.
Oh, no, he'd be excited.
Can
If Paul and I both agree on a number and a property, he knows we've already gone through it.
Can I tell you how much I trust Andrew?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, you go. This sounds better than what I was about to say.
So I recently bought a house in Sugar Falls,
Uh-huh.
and Andrew was doing the negotiation for it.
Oh.
And I said to Andrew, here's my take price. Now, here's a little advice for everybody out there. When you want to buy a home, you never tell your realtor your take price,
What's that again?
like the price you're willing to
How
pay.
much you're
Okay.
Because your realtor, being in the sack of shit that they are, will go make sure that deal happens at the highest price possible, right? Mm-hmm. It makes the deal happen, etc. I know there's realtors out there and they're like, Paul, you're an asshole. Got it. I told Andrew my price. Of course, he got it for less. That's why I trust Andrew. Because he got it for less than I was actually willing to pay.
I do need Andrew to speak on my behalf on most of my things in my life. You know? Like, can I call you in negotiations with
I
my
wonder
wife?
if Karen with Howard Hanna is listening to this podcast
I
right
hope
now.
Karen from Howard Hanna is listening to this.
She's like, damn it, I knew
Guess
I
what?
could have
It's-
gotten more.
By the time this airs, we would have closed anyhow.
Yeah.
So you burnt.
He's a good right hand man. Andrew is. I'll have my next argument with Beth. I'm like, Beth, I love where you're going with this. let me have you call my consultant.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring someone in on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring in a specialist on this.
By the way,
argument.
when we get to our deal of the week next week,
Yes.
Paul's gonna start it off by yelling that I locked this down for $15 million instead. Offered cash, we close tomorrow. He's like, I take it all back. Fuck 'em.
No, so today we got the inspection report back yesterday for the house. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, there's some crappy things on here. Andrew, just figure it out. I don't care. Because I know he's going to figure it out because he treats my money like it's his money. That's a very rare thing to find.
Yep. All right, guys.
He's a great writer of emails, too, as you've witnessed, Seth, right?
I have.
Yeah, sometimes they don't.
All right,
They don't like me
we're
back.
going to go after this deal.
We will keep you updated on this deal. Reynoldsburg, we're coming at you.
Get the pens ready. Sign it up.
Not so much me, but I might take photos of it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
You'll
Paul.
charge us $24,000
Andrew.
for it.
Thanks for the deal of the week, guys. See
Here's
you.
his T-Rex.
LearnFromUs.com.
Please follow us. Please like us. We need it because the building's getting foreclosed on.
Yeah, we need all the support you can get.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.